Richard Hooper and this is SatTV Week. The first London Space Week event was staged this week at the Glaziers Hall in London. It attracted major B2B participants from companies involved in applications, launch vehicles, satellites and space-related technologies. However, this is no ordinary event. It is built around pre-arranged face-to-face meetings. But how does it work? It is a simple but effective concept. You complete an online form, clearly specifying your skills, competencies and needs. 1 month before the event, your profile is published in an online catalogue, so that each participant will be able to see what you are offering and what you are looking for. You then make your meeting requests. You accept or refuse the propositions received in order to make sure that each meeting that you will have has relevant business potential. As one of my colleagues put it so succinctly, it is speed dating for the space industry. Sitting in the background is a small but impressive conference programme. The presentations were not your normal run-of-the-mill company pitches. Each presentation had substance and was designed to generate interest in product tie-ups or involvement in the supply chain. The opening speaker was Dr. Leslie Jane Smith, Professor, London Institute of Space Policy and Law, who gave an impassioned talk on space regulation, including the demand for easing the regulation on small satellites, as well as major issues of space debris. Talking to Leslie Jane after her presentation, I asked her exactly what issues the small satellite constellations will cause in terms of the regulation and debris.
Very difficult, because as you rightly say, we have debris already there, and this debris has not yet been cleared up. Now, we do have interesting rules that have been sorted out at international level, agreed, which relate to how spacecraft are now to comply with debris mitigation guidelines. But these rules do not apply retroactively to the community that was involved in the space activities over the past 50 years. So there is concern that the new developments with the CubeSat buses, that they also be seen to comply with these rules, and currently there are discussions as to exactly how, perhaps even on a case-to-case basis, large constellations could be licensed, but it is very much subject to the final technical assessment of whether and how they can comply with these debris avoidance rules. Because the young space community, in fact, is required to comply to a higher degree because the debris rules did not exist before. So in a way, it's treating the newcomers a little bit in a tougher fashion, but at the end of the day, it's all for the sake of sustainability. If they don't do it, then outer space becomes inaccessible for the new generations of space stats, and the people on Earth, the territorial interests in outer space get lost. That would be a great shame. We all benefit from outer space tremendously, not least through communication. And these new CubeSats seem actually to have the capabilities to provide a lot more services for mankind, for all our different countries. So it sounds as though the way forward would be to look for some compromise and see how these technical issues can be managed.
But with the advent of new small satellites and the large constellations they propose, there will be opportunities for the satellite manufacturers. However, new opportunities bring new challenges. I asked Mike Healy, Vice President Space Systems and CIS Procurement at Airbus Defence and Space, about the change taking place in the procurement arena.
Well, it's the challenges that we've had for some time now. It's about getting more competitive, more lower pricing. Our customers are always expecting more for less. Therefore, we have to find a way of doing that. We expect the same from our suppliers, and the reputation I think we've got for delivering to the needs of the customer at the time that we contract, consistent with the contract that we have, I think is something that we've worked really hard on for a long time now, and we have to maintain and continue to deliver on time with that. So it's really about competitiveness and on-time delivery, to be simple.
Increasing demands to achieve more for less and quicker have led to both new challenges and new opportunities for the global space industry. The challenge of so-called new space is to dramatically lower costs and compress lead times compared to those seen previously. The desire to use smaller, lower-cost launch systems means an additional demand to extract more functionality from much smaller platforms. Oxford Space Systems is developing a new generation of space-deployable structures compatible with the demands of the global new space industry. Using conventional as well as proprietary new materials, such as flexible composites, together with the skills of a globally recognised expert in origami, Oxford Space Systems is pioneering a range of highly stowage efficient, low complexity and lower cost deployables for the global industry. In the next few months we will bring you a dedicated report on these new pioneering materials. Innovation in space has several meanings, but one particular aspect is bridging the digital divide, a role that satellite can fill very effectively. Eutelsat are pushing hard in this arena, and a presentation from Antonio, Director of Innovation for Eutelsat, explored the quantum satellite, a new low smart LMB terminal. I asked Antonio why innovation is so important.
Innovation in space is key. Without innovation, if we were stopping on a specific technology and keep on proposing the same technology, very soon we will become obsolete and we will not be competitive anymore in what we are proposing to the market. Contrary to what is perceived that space is something far away and not in competition, we are in competition every day with terrestrial solutions. We are in competition with the way in which people are reached and obtain a service. So innovation is fundamental. We need to innovate, and we need to have solutions that are not only interesting for the customers, but which are long-lasting in terms of competitiveness with respect to terrestrial solutions. The threshold I was speaking about in the conference of 1 million per gigabits per second over lifetime is a threshold which allows the satellite solution to be cost-effective and competitive with respect to a terrestrial solution for a long time. So this is key, and to reach this level you have to innovate at technology level, you have to innovate at service level, you have to innovate in a way in which you approach the market and serve the market.
Now, you mentioned in your talk about two pieces of innovation from Eutelsat. One is the quantum satellite, and the other one is the smart LMB terminal. What's so special about both these?
The quantum satellite is the first satellite in the world which is based on software-defined radio. So it's a satellite that you can program from the ground at any time, and you have your resources for yourself that are following your needs. Imagine you have a drone that you want to follow, and you want to this drone served in different areas of the world depending on your needs, on your applications. But you can also have your news track for satellite news gathering, or you can have your boat for specific applications, or you can be in the desert. Basically, it's the first time that you will have your own satellite, virtual satellite, within our satellite system that you can manage from your gateway facilities and operate with your bandwidth, your channels, and your coverages in a totally flexible way. So from the ground, we can decide whether your coverage will be a small one or a large one, whether your power will be concentrated or not, whether your frequencies will be in a certain area or in another area, and these up to a certain limit with the beam hopping, which is intrinsic in the structure, all up to a frame-by-frame basis.
So as an outside observer at London Space Week, did I think the format was a success? Without doubt, it was informative, plenty of interaction and no wasted time. Just business, business and more business. Really looking forward to next year's event. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching.